Hi, everyone. Gretchen Wegner here from the Anti-Boring Approach to Powerful Studying. And I want to tell you a story about something that I screwed up, but I think I figured out how to fix. And I'm choosing to pull back the curtain on some personal things, but I promise you that there will be a relevant takeaway for students and educators and those of you interested in starting your academic coaching businesses. So listen up. As you know, I'm going through this whole braces thing. I've got my top braces on now. And it's actually not just about braces, but it's about an entire body renovation, it turns out. I've been struggling with migraines most of my life. I have had some other physical symptoms that haven't gone away. And now, as a result of all this work I'm doing, I have this incredible self-care regimen that is really hard to keep up with. It includes like 30 to 45 minutes of tongue exercises every day and about 15 minutes of PT that doesn't, physical therapy that doesn't sound like it's much, but it's hard and I don't like it. And then at least 20 minutes of cleaning my mouth once a day, and then another 10 minutes at other times in the day, because it takes that long to get all the food out of all this mess here. And then I just got to keep myself fit, right? And then I have to nourish myself well. I'm actually seeing a nutritionist because we're working on changing my diet so that I can stave off some of the bone loss that is happening in my jaw. My sleep is kind of messed up from all this. So I'm having to like really restructure my evening to sleep better. And then sometimes I wake up with migraines, and that just adds an hour or two to my day where I just have to take care of pain before it goes away, thanks to meds and other things. So like this is a lot to do on a daily basis. And my tongue therapist said that she knows someone who actually went on disability to take care of all of this. But I'm self-employed, I'm dependent on myself. A lot of people are dependent on my business. I have an assistant. I have people in my program who are learning to build their own businesses, or, I have presentations to do at schools. And so I can't just go on disability. But I've been feeling down a lot during the course of the day. I have some up moments, I have some down moments. Like, how can I keep up with all of this? If I take time off for all of this self-care, is my business going to be impacted? Am I going to make less money? Am I not going to be able to support myself and others? And so like students, I know you don't have this level of questions, but I do know that it's really hard for students and teachers to do all of the self-care you need to do in the midst of a school schedule when you have homework, you have classes, you have to get up earlier than is good for your body. It's really hard, right? So I'm wondering if you can identify with this. So all my business life, and I've been self-employed for about 15 years, I have had this idea that I need to work hard, right? Because I've taken what I learned about being a student and needing to focus and needing to make straight A's and needing to put in the effort to do all of that. I put that straight into my business. So like I forced myself to get up and get moving by 8 a.m. every day. And I just bam, 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 stay focused, get in a 40-hour work week, Gretchen, go, go, go. And that's just not possible now anymore. And I can't go on disability, but I did have an aha recently talking to a friend of mine. And also every month for my Anti-Boring Educators Club, I have a 10-page document where we reflect on what's happening this month in coaching and in the business and in self-care. I make a point to be thinking about self-care. So because I'm accountable to my community in terms of thinking about self-care, and because I have some intimate friendships where I get to just complain and be myself, I came up with an idea. And that idea was, Gretchen, can you back off of the whips that you put yourself through for working hard? And what if you allowed yourself to wake up in the morning and to do as much of the self-care as you need before you start your workday? And what if that means that you end up to just shifting to part-time rather than full-time work? Is there a way that you can work smarter, not harder, and meet the needs of your business, but also meet the needs of your full body renovation that's happening? You know what? I just realized I didn't add meditation on this list because I just don't feel like I've had time for that lately. So I am so grateful. I'm on day 2 that I've done this. And I don't know if you can tell, there's a little sheen to me because I just came in from a very vigorous walk. My Fitbit is really helping, giving me some feedback. This is new about, how much time I'm in cardio zone. And I did all my face exercises so far this morning. And I feel more energy to approach my work now as a result of taking care of myself first. Now, I know I have a deep privilege in that I am self-employed. And so I do have some spaciousness to decide this. I don't have a family who I'm also trying to take care of. So I recognize those privileges. And I'm not trying to say that everyone should restructure their lives and can restructure their lives in this way. And I don't even know if it's sustainable going into the future. But for 2 days, I've collected data and I see how good it is, not just for my spirit, but also for my capacity to work. And so I'm curious about how people in education, whether they're students or parents, you need to focus on your self-care too, or teachers, I know you're going through a super rough time this school year. And then also those of you starting your own businesses, how can we figure out where there is wiggle room so that we can, even if it's in a tiny way, support the things that we know we need for our own satisfaction? And how can, not just satisfaction, but deep self-care, and how can we trust that that will give us energy to go into our work so that we actually can work smarter, not harder? And I know for me that it's the presence of community that has allowed me to be able to make these choices for myself. A community that I can tell my truth to, that I can reflect with, that I can learn alongside, where we can hold ourselves accountable in the presence of others. I don't actually believe anyone can hold us accountable, but we can hold ourselves accountable when we're around other people, and also to commiserate with, right? Who understand our pain. And I am passionate about creating more and more opportunities for this kind of community to happen, for students to be able to learn how to hold themselves accountable in the presence of others and reach out and be in community. Maybe someday I'll be able to actually have a community of students where we can do that in the context of my anti-boring framework. But right now, what I'm super proud of is that I do have this community for educators, and it is available for you all. If you are a teacher or a coach, you don't want to start a business, but you do want to have all of these things with a loving community that holds what I'm starting to call, thanks to Sonia Renee Taylor, soft, not safe space with each other. Where we practice risking imperfect action, and where we practice also decentering dominant culture. And busy, 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 work, work, work is a piece of dominant culture that I am rigorously practicing decentering right now. I would just so love to invite you into my community. You can do that for free via my live event. And I forgot to get a whiteboard, but that's gretchenwegner.com/live. The link is below. You can show up monthly for free. Or better yet, you can join either my Rock Your Coaching or my Rock Your Biz programs. And actually, maybe we'll even, I only have a Google Doc right now for it. It's not even live on my website, but maybe we'll try and post the Google Doc link below as well, so you can find out more about those programs. And please be sweet to yourself and find a community where you can actually practice being even sweeter and even sweeter to yourself, so that you can learn how to work smarter and not harder in whatever you choose to do. Okay, from my heart to yours, everyone. Bye.